Last look at the Philco for a while, and the first look at the Heathkit IG-102. Good evening, YouTube, here on a Monday, 7/12 now. I'm here on the Philco once again, just to wrap up the part that I have been doing. I have the filter cap installed. I think I already showed you the resistors underneath, I believe, here and here. I do not have the wires from the filter cap hooked up yet, but they will be probably the next thing I do. And I want to get the some other things done first, and I probably, like I said, I'm going to leave this aside for a little while and get some other things done. But basically, as soon as I hook these up, I think I'll be ready to, when the tubes come in, to put them in there and give it a shot, just to see how it works. So that's that. Anyway, in other news, let me show you what arrived today. This is the IG-102. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm going to, and we'll take a look and see what's inside. Alright, well, there we go. There's what it looks like. Like I said, this is much larger than I thought it was. I thought it was more on the in line with the smaller Heathkit IM18 and the T4 signal tracer, which are probably not about that high, and about not half as wide, but about 3/4 as wide, something like that. There's your difference in the size, though. So you can see it's quite a bit bigger than that. I just assumed it was the same size as this. So anyway, that's just a good comparison there of that. So not a big deal, but as far as the size difference that it is, I don't think it's worth making a big fuss over. As far as the BKE 200D, it's not that much larger than this, really. In fact, if you turn this on its end, laid it down flat, it probably would be right about the same size, given the size of the handle and everything. You can't even see the handle, but the handle's up here. Given that, it's probably about the same size as that, so not going to be a deal breaker there. So, but anyway, I've still got this one. I want to get it working. Now, the ad for this stated that the range switch was frozen, and they didn't mention any other as far as everything else. But this seems to be working. A little bit tight, but it is working. See, this is working on off, and I guess it's like a volume. That seems to work. Fine attenuation seems to work okay. You get your coarse attenuation here, which also seems to work. External and internal modulation, that seems to work. So the only thing that doesn't work is this one here, and it is in fact froze. So this knob is actually a little bit loose, but I could probably take it off, unscrew the screw a little bit. I'm not going to right now. I basically want to take a quick look at it. The case is in pretty good shape. It's black and white basically. I thought it was a beige colored, but that's just the way it looked in the ad. But it does look nice as far as screws are both present. The cord looks to be in nice shape, and so everything else seems to be in pretty darn good shape. I'm happy with that part of it. Now, I did notice this. This probably was due to shipping. I'm guessing. You can see there's a big gap down here, no gap down this end. So this is obviously either been put back on crooked, or you got harmed in shipping, or something of that nature. So that's something we'll have to look at. Like I said, it's obviously will need a little work, which is fine and dandy. That's what I enjoy doing. I will be switching these out for BNCs and get that done. First order of business when I do get a part is to get this band switch lubricated or whatever it takes to get it working, and check the cleanliness of it. Make sure the contacts are good. I don't know how to check tubes, things like that, see if they're working. I'll have to read the instructions on this. This is a little strange. I mean, I get this is the on-off switch, but I have external modulation AF out. I don't know what that means unless that's just the level of the modulation, perhaps, I'm assuming. Now that's something, this comparing it to the E200D does not have the meter. The meter on the E200D covers the modulation level as well as the signal level, and that is nice. I like that part of it. So like I said, this one doesn't have that, but I think it pretty much does everything else that that one does. In fact, this one may go up a little higher in fundamentals than the E200D does. Now I don't know if this last range on F is completely a fundamental type range. I'll have to read up on that too, but it covers 32 to 110 megahertz, which is, well, let's see, that would be enough to cover the FM band, and of course the AM band too as well. So like the B band on the E200D, the 310 kilohertz to 1100 kilohertz is about the same. It has the below range as well. So, and then the C band covers from 1 megahertz up to 3.2. This one's 3.1 to 11. This one's 10 to 32, and then 32 to 110. So, actually, it's a pretty decent little generator, it looks like. So we'll look at that further on down the line, but like I said, for now I just want to get it out and take a look at it, and if I do decide to do anything else, we'll bring you back for that. But this will more than likely be posted New Year's Day. I think I have one for Tuesday up there already scheduled, which is New Year's Eve, and so this one will probably be posted on New Year's Day, as I said, on Wednesday. The other thing that I wanted to tell you was I probably won't do any other videos. Probably, maybe not the rest of the week even. I don't know yet. But I definitely probably want to go visit Mom Thursday because I was sick last week and didn't get to go. So I want to get that done, and then I don't know what I'll do over the weekend, but I do want to get those books mailed out, or get those, I should say, get the postage costs on them and get that to you guys so you'll know. But get that done, and probably some other things as well. But I'm back on that stereo shelf. I need to get back on that. I only got one leg glued so far, so I need to glue the rest of the legs on, and then I can start working in earnest on getting the bracing on it and get the thing finished up and start using it. So that's on the way as well. So I think that's enough for this video. But like I say, the Philco wires, they're right there. They'll be hooked up soon. I'm figuring on hooking this one up here for the red, and I don't know, that connection there is not the best. Let me see how much you're seeing here of this. That connection right there is just not the best. It's and there's the orange one right there. I'll let me get to the pink. But I may clear this all off, and there's like 4 or 5 connections there. There's a capacitor connected there. There's a red wire going to the output transformer, a red wire going over to the switch, and the last one, this red wire here, goes over to the filter cap. So I may have to change that around. I mean, this is a good connection here, but I did some poking on it. I'm not really sure I've got a good connection on the other one. I'll double check all that, make sure, but Anyway, the brown wire I thought went to here, but I don't think it does, unless it goes to here. One of them goes here, and I think one of them goes here, maybe not, but the orange one is here, I know that. So, like I said, I'll figure it all out. There's a yellow one here somewhere, and I haven't actually seen that to where that is. I mean, I know where it goes on the schematic, I can look it up, but I thought there was enough of the yellow one left to know where it goes. I've tried to lead the leads, left the leads large enough to where I'll know where they connect back to, but that's one I haven't really seen. So the yellow and the black, I know I've already said that several times, but it's sticking up right there. So that's the black one, the ground connection, whatever you want to call it. But the yellow one's the only one I really haven't seen. May have to get my magnification lamp in here and take a look at it. Now there's a yellow one running under here and goes over this way. I don't know if that's the one I'm looking for or not. I'll just have to get closer in and start looking for it. But anyway, that's there, either here or there. Like I say, I really don't have to do anything to it until I get the tubes. Or, I mean, I don't have to have it done until the tubes come in, we'll put it that way. And I really haven't, I did try to contact Sal's computer, or Sal's capacitors. I wanted to order some capacitors, and in fact, I went ahead and tried to order the 0.0039 and the 0.0068 from him. I was wanting to get 10 of each of those, which was $250 for one and $260 for the other. And I was trying to get a shipping price on it, and so I have not gotten an answer from that, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. So maybe he's not available for the holidays, I don't know. Bill, if you could chime in on it, I know you order from him quite often. Let me know about that, and see if I can maybe get that going. He states on his website to email him for that reason, and with the tube order and you know, shipping costs, and that he does take PayPal. So I haven't heard anything back from him yet. So like I say, I'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But that's a couple of things I need for this radio. I don't need it to try it out, but because they are present. That 0.07, no, you're not seeing it. 0.07 is here, the 007 and 004 is here, and those are both present, so don't really have to have them to try it out, but I would like to get them to replace once I get to that position. This is the mess that I'm really dreading, but I don't really think it'll be too bad. I'm going to replace this one first, I think. Probably this one. These are easy to get to and will allow me to have more room around them. So those should be easy. Again, this one with the loop of wire around it, I've got to study that a little bit more on that Philco service bulletin thing, find out if that actually has to be there, but I'm pretty sure that's the one they were talking about. So a lot of hum related lead dress on that service bulletin, so you know, I'm thinking that's kind of an important thing to do. So I've gawked I blathered enough, even if some of you do enjoy the blathering. So anyway, like I say, I've got my IG-102 now, and I'm happy about that, and hopefully to get that going here one day and see how much it really needs. I'll probably do a power up on it as well here one day after I get this unstuck, and check the tubes, find out, make sure they're not anything like the power or the filter capacitors, things like that, and maybe change those out before I even power it up. But you know, if you power it up on the Variac with the dim bulb, there's not really a lot of harm can come to it. So I may do that just to see what it does, and hook it to a scope or something to see how well it is performing, and go from there. So I do plan on eventually changing all the paper caps, things like that, inside, and filter caps as well, E-caps. So that's what I plan on doing. As far as the modification, I mentioned that. I really haven't done any more with that, other than the fact that I know those socket savers will work for changing the tube out and stuff like that. And I think that's probably the way to go. Like I said, I do believe I have those FETs in stock here. I think J310s or whatever they were that I was planning on using. I think I have those here somewhere. Of course, like everything else here, it's somewhere, but who knows where. So, alright, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we will see ya.